Good evening, everyone. That was my bad. When I set up tonight's trivia stream, I mistakenly I looked at it to make sure it was, PM, not AM, but I mistakenly, they're in increments of boxes every 5 minutes that you click on. And I clicked on the wrong one. I clicked on 3:55 as opposed to 4 o'clock when it's supposed to start. So I guess we're going to enjoy an extra 5 minutes of chat. And so, good evening, Carol Miller and Pippa Dot. Welcome to tonight's trivia. In case you're not familiar with the individual that we are doing trivia on tonight, we are doing trivia on Dr. Anthony Garcia, a serial killer who is, well, give you a little bit of background on this man. He was a Mensa member. He tested at a genius level when he was a sophomore in high school, and he never really wanted to pursue academia any more than going to getting his degree and going to medical school, because that was the direction he always wanted to go in. Good evening, Inner Peas. Welcome. But it's my bad. I started this. I clicked on the wrong time, and I scheduled this tonight's trivia 5 minutes earlier than it's supposed to be. So, growing up, though, Anthony Garcia was kind of a loner, and he to the point where he didn't really fit in any cliques, any groups per se in high school and in college. He pretty much was a loner and kept to himself to a large extent. It wasn't until later on in his life that the issues came up when, well, we'll learn about that tonight in the trivia, when he went off the deep end. But a lot of friends of his, and yes, he did have quite a few friends growing up. As an adolescent, high school, and into college, he had quite a few friends. But in the years before he started committing actual crimes, his friends were so worried about him. They thought that he was going to self-harm himself because they knew he was dealing with, some kind of chronic depression or something, more than it was normal. And good evening, Gemma. Welcome to tonight's trivia. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Dr. Anthony Garcia. And he was a pathologist, by the way, in case you're wondering what his actual medical field was, pathology. A couple more minutes, and then it'll actually be 4 o'clock when we're supposed to start this stream. Oh, but I hope everybody had a great weekend. Excuse me. It's 3:59. And tink, 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 tink. Just watching the clock tick the seconds away to 4 o'clock. Come on, 4 o'clock. That's when most people know that the stream is supposed to start is at 4. My bad. Again, that's what I get for 4 o'clock. There we go. It is now officially the start of trivia night. Welcome, everyone. I hope you had a great week. and a great weekend. Thank you for joining us tonight for live trivia here on YouTube. Tonight's subject matter for the trivia, 20 questions, all multiple choice if you're new here, on Anthony Garcia, Dr. Anthony Garcia, the serial killer doctor. But 4 o'clock and everybody should be popping in soon enough. And then we'll get the trivia going for tonight. I hope that the picture quality and audio is good on your end. I just upgraded everything today on my end again. Paid for an even higher level of subscription to my streaming software. And this is the same camera though, but same mic. It's just how YouTube actually is using it. How they actually, you never know. Some days it's in 720, other days it's 10. But I'm all this is being recorded in 4K Ultra, but for whatever 4K is, Ultra is. All I know is that I'm doing my part on my side. And make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. All right. Well, I guess we'll get the trivia night going. This is the 332nd episode of Trivia Night. And a lot of you have been here for a lot of them, and I really do appreciate that. This program documents actual crimes and offenses by criminals. Some of the content covered here may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Question number 1 is now on your screen. What was Dr. Anthony Garcia's profession at the time of his arrest for murder? Was he A, a janitor, B, a pathologist, C, a heart surgeon, D, a hospital administrator or admin, or E, other? Probably shouldn't pull on that cord, huh? Get myself from well, that's not the one I want. I want this one. Is there anybody out there? Anybody out there? Did the chat just stop? There is no chat. Huh. I have 5 out of 5 bars. I am very well connected. What happened to the chat? Where is everybody? All right, guys. I don't know what's going on here with my chat on the actual stream itself. It stopped for some reason. Okay, so we have Inner Peas, Pippadot, Black Shadow. Good evening, Black Shadow. Welcome. They are going with B. Gemma's going with C. Carol B. Sprinkle Donut. Good evening. Welcome to tonight's trivia. Lemon Pie. Good evening. Welcome to tonight's trivia. My chat on the actual stream has stopped working for some reason. I don't know, but I can see your comments on my actual cell phone. And Gianna Marie is going with E. Good evening and welcome to tonight's trivia, Gianna Marie. But the chat on the actual on my screen is not showing up for some reason. Hello, it's me, But I don't know what's going on here. There's obviously a delay. I'm on live chat. Hello, Lemon Pie says hello, Will and everyone. Gianna Marie, hey y'all. Don't know. All right. Well, question number 1. The correct answer is B, as in boy. He was a pathologist at the time of his arrest on murder charges. Pathologist. Question number 2. What is going on here? Because even though now on the phone, it still has question number 1 displayed, but the chat is live. He looks like it. Pathological hot dog eater says Inner Peas. Black Shadow is going with C for question number 2. There we go. I guess it's on a slight delay. In which U.S. state did Dr. Anthony Garcia commit his murders? A, Texas, B, Alabama, C, Nebraska, D, New York, or E, other. Black Shadow is going with C. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try and refresh the stream to see if that makes any difference with the chat. I'm going to reload it. Pippadot's going with A, and so is Gianna Marie. Sprinkle Donut is going with C. And no, I don't know. The chat on my actual thing is for some reason has stopped working. But I can see your chats and your answers. Inner Peace is going with State of Confusion. Pippadot. Good luck, Will. All right, question number 2. The correct answer is C, as in cat, Nebraska. He committed all of his murders in the state of Nebraska. Question number 3. What motivated Dr. Anthony Garcia to commit murder? Was it A, greed, B, revenge, C, power and control, D, delusional, or E, other? Question number 3. What motivated Dr. Anthony Garcia to commit murder? Was it A, greed, B, revenge, C, power and control, or D, delusional, or E, other? Black Shadow is going with B. Pippadot C. Inner Peace, Lori Vallow. Did he kill for her? And we all know that Chad did. And Lemon Pie is going with E, gluttony. What motivated Dr. Anthony Garcia to kill? Sprinkled Donut is going with B. All right, the answer to question number 3. What motivated Dr. Anthony Garcia to commit murder? The correct answer is B as in boy. B as in boy, revenge. He wanted and sought revenge against the people that he killed. Question number, first, did you know Anthony Garcia tested as a genius while in high school, but he never did the work because he was bored by it all? Can't believe this guy made it into med school. No, he was he was a Mensa member by the age of by the time he made his sophomore year in high school. Question number 4. How many people were killed by Dr. Anthony Garcia in his act to seek revenge? Was it A, 8, B, 12, C, 15, D, 4, or E, other? How many people were killed by Dr. Anthony Garcia in his act to seek revenge? 8, 12, 15, 4, or other? Pippadot, I don't know this man. You don't know this man. Black Shadow is going with D. Gianna Marie D. Carol D. Gianna Marie D. Oh, said that already. Sprinkled Donut D. Inner Peace 144,000. Gotta get our Book of Revelations in Chad Lori Daybell's 144,000. In case you guys don't get the joke behind that, Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow believed that they were the chosen ones to lead those on the other side of the veil in the second coming, of Christ. And that's what they preached, was the doomsday prophecy of the world ending, and that everybody needed to go over to the other side of the veil to be, chosen as one of the 144,000. I wonder how long they're actually going to stay alive, or if they've picked another day, and then in the future, maybe it's January 1st of 2025. They're both going to off themselves. But question number 4, how many people were killed by Dr. Anthony Garcia in his acts to seek revenge? The correct answer is D as in dog. 4 people were murdered by Anthony Garcia in his act to seek revenge. Question number 5. How many more people had Dr. Anthony Garcia planned to kill in the coming months? Was it A, 3, B, 8, C, 10, D, 9, or E, other? How many more people had Dr. Anthony Garcia planned to kill in the coming months? And when I say the coming months after his last murder. So on X day, he killed the last person, but he had planned to kill more in the coming months after that. How many more did he plan to kill? Question number 5. 5 of 20. Carol's going with A. Gianna Marie, A. Black Shadow, A. Pip Dot, D. Black Shadow, I don't know. Pip Dot, E. Whoever beat him in the hot dog contest. How many more people had Dr. Anthony Garcia planned to kill in the coming months after his last murder? And Lemon Pie is going with C. Question number 5 of 20. All right. The correct answer to question number 5 is A as in apple. 3. There were 3 more people that he wanted to kill and had made plans and purchased the things that he was going to use to actually kill these other people. 3 more. All right. Question number 6. What year did Dr. Anthony Garcia commit his first murder? Was it A, 2005, B, 2007, C, 2008, D, 2000, or E, other? Question number 6 of 20. What year did Dr. Anthony Garcia commit his first murder? Lemon Pie, good trend you started. Let's see here. We got Carol Miller is going with C. Black Shadow, C. Inner Peas 1999. Pippa Dot going with C. Lemon Pot A. Gianna Marie and Sprinkled Dawn both going with C. Question number 6. What year did Anthony Garcia commit his first murder? I wonder why the chat just stopped on my desktop. The chat for this stream, it's not there. I mean, the last comment that was posted that I can see was Gemma's at 4:10. So 11 minutes ago was last one, and it just stopped. But I see the comments, on live chat on my phone. What are those? Little bouquets of flower? That's cool. All right, question number 6. The correct answer is C, as in cat. 2008 is when he committed his first murder. 2008. All right. Did you know? Really, Dr. Anthony Garcia was really a pinball wizard. He actually loved playing the game for hours and hours on end with friends. Him and 2 of his friends used to gather at a local pizza parlor, business, if you want to call it that, and they would play pinball. And they would do this at least once or twice a month. Go and play pinball and eat pizza. And that was when he was in high school, and then when he was in college, he found a local establishment that had 2 pinball machines, and he would go there to play pinball. But he was a real pinball wizard. Question number 7. Which 2 families were the target of Dr. Anthony Garcia's rage and revenge killings? Was it A, the Morleys and the Connors, B, the Davidsons and Hunters, C, the Brumbacks and Hunters, or D, the Garcias and Leaks, or E, other? Who would play with him, Pippin out? His friends. Again, even though he's crazy, he had quite a few friends. And even as a professional, when he became a doctor and was working in a professional capacity, he still had friends that he went out and did things with, even though he's nuts. And they were really worried about him because they thought that he had, some kind of like something more than just like, the blues or, seasonal depression. They thought he had, definitely had like, chronic, issue with depression. Black Shadow, Carol Miller, and Lemon. Just Black Shadow and Carol are going with C. Lemon Pie is going with D. Gianna Marie is going with C. The Hatfields and McCoys. says the Inner Peas. Inner Peas is going with the Hatfields and the McCoys. Even after all these years, the Hatfields and the McCoys still don't get along, even though some of them have married each other, married into the other families. They still feuding down there, the Hatfields and the McCoys. But, yeah, he had friends. He had people that he hung out with professionally. We're going to learn more about it, as it goes on, about his professional side of him. But this is question number 7 of 20. Pippa Dot's going with C on this one. Smoke them if you got them. Which 2 families were the target of Dr. Anthony Garcia's rage and revenge killings? The correct answer is C, as in cat. The Brumbacks and Hunters were at the target, painted on their back by Anthony Garcia. He went after both of those families, the Brumbacks and Hunters. Question number 8. Brady's and the Martins. All right, question number 8. What happened to Dr. Anthony Garcia just after he finished his first year of medical school? Was it A, he got robbed at gunpoint, B, he got engaged, C, he started smoking meth, or he chasing Yugos, or E, other? Question number 8 of 20. What happened to Dr. Anthony Garcia just after he finished his first year of medical school? Pippa Dot's going with A. Living Pie, B. Gianna Marie is going with E, other. He bought a van and parked it down by the river. He should have done that, though. He became a motivational speaker. The man in a van down by the river. Question number 8 of 20. Fat man in a little coat. Why that? Another moderator just handled this. Why would that even be an issue? Fat man in a little coat. That's the gag. And why that showed up as needed to be hidden. It does look like Matt Foley though. Yeah. Black Shadow is going with A. Question number 8 of 20. All right, the answer to question number 8 is A as in apple. The man who robbed him at gunpoint did not actually remove the gun from his waistband and point it at him, but showed him that he had a gun and then robbed him of the cash that he had on him. It was outside of a like a convenience store, like drugstore, I guess you call it, kind of like Rite Aid, I guess. But he was robbed just after, a week after he finished the first year of medical school. My name is Matt Foley, and I'm a motivational speaker. How can we get back on the right track? Don't know. All right, question number 9. Excuse me for a second. Okay, clear my throat. All right, question number 9. Which second victim was killed in 2008 incident alongside Thomas Hunter? Question number 9 of 20. Good evening, Joyce. Welcome to tonight's trivia. Question number 9 is, which second victim was killed in 2008 incident alongside Thomas Hunter? Was it A, Karen Reed, B, Shirley Sherman, C, Janet Overturn, D, Margaret Seal, or E, other? I don't know why it was blocked and unblocked. But I don't know either, Lemon, Inner Peas. But it showed up on my thing and said that that hide or or show, which is odd. I don't know why it did that at all, but it did. Carol is going with B for question number 9. E. Pauly Shore. Which second victim was killed in 2008 incident alongside Thomas Hunter? Gianna Marie is going with D. A mountain lion. Those inner P's. A mountain lion was the second victim. No mountain lion was harmed during making of this trivia night. All right, the answer to question number 9 is B as in boy. Shirley Sherman. Shirley Sherman was the housekeeper for the Hunter family. She was just there doing her job. And when he came to kill the Hunter family, she was in the way. And she was the second person who was killed that day. Hunter Thomas was first, and then he killed Shirley Sherman. He stabbed Shirley Sherman a total of 12 times. Did you know Anthony Garcia wanted to work as a pathologist for 10 or 15 years and then get into management of a private practice, medical practice, or go into law, get his law degree? Dr. Anthony Garcia wanted to work as a pathologist for 10 or 15 years and then get into management of a private practice or get his law degree. Poor Shirley, right? Good evening, Cement Shoes. You didn't get a notification tonight? I'm sorry. Well, I had made the mistake, Cement Shoes, of picking the wrong time, and this stream actually started at 3:55. We just kind of sat here and chatted for a little bit until it got to 4 o'clock. But I'm glad you could be here with us tonight. All right, question number 10. Who was the first victim to be beaten, tortured, and then murdered in 2008 incident? Was it A, James Conner, B, Mike Brumback, C, Thomas Hunter, C, Sarah Goldmine, or E, other? You have any idea how I've been waiting on trivia a long time? And Joyce is here. Question number 10 of 20. Who was the first victim? Black Shadow, first to answer, says C was the first victim of the 2008 incident. Cement Shoes is going with B. He would be scary, a scary lawyer. And then Carol is going with C. Oh, B, my bad. Gianna Marie is going with C. Thomas Hunter. Can't believe you missed the first half. I'm sorry that you did, Cement Shoes. Like I tell everybody, instead of hoping that you'll get the notifications from YouTube, which we all know are hit or miss, just write a post-it note and put it next to the device that you're going to watch the trivia on your phone or next to your computer monitor. I always go live at 4 o'clock on Sunday, Pacific Standard Time. That'd be 5 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock on the Eastern time zone. Thomas Hunter is Cement Shoes' answer. The raccoon, Good Times. Get the reference there, but okay. Well, I'm glad you're here too, Cement Shoes. Who was the first victim to be beaten, tortured, and murdered in 2008 incident? The correct answer is C as in cat. Thomas Hunter. So we just learned that back here that Shirley Sherman was the second person killed. And question number 9, Shirley Sherman was the second person, and the first person was Thomas Hunter. That is the first 10 questions, ladies and gentlemen. As we always do at this point in the evening, we take a 6-minute break. You do what you need to do for the next 6 minutes. Get something to eat, use the facilities, watch just, the first 10 and rewind. I thought you meant the manner. Oh. But we take a 6-minute break now. And we'll be back at 1 minute after. Wait, yeah, look at this. Then we'll be back at 4:42. 4:42. Will, the time on your thumbnail has messed up. Said this started for 7 hours. Really? It says that on YouTube? On the thumbnail? I'll pull it up. I mean, I don't know why it would say that. That's crazy. Says 13 people are watching, which is correct. Oh. Well, the time on your thumbnail was all messed up. It said this didn't start for 7 hours. The thumbnail here that I'm looking at, I'm not seeing that Pippa dot. Where else would it be? See, that's on my desktop. My desktop shows that it was on live and that there were 13 people watching. Let's see what it says on the notification page. And notification page. What does it say on the notification page? Well, apparently 2 people left in the time for me to click between one or the other. Watch later, add to queue. Huh. Well, I'm truly sorry if it did show that it will start for another 7 hours. That's weird. Black Shadow got a notification. Mine says it's live. We are live. We are very much live. Down in the bottom corner of my notification of the thumbnail, it says live. But break time. We have approximately 3 minutes left of the break time. 3 minutes. And just to let everyone know, now if you're still listening while we're on break here for these last couple of minutes, there will be no cold case or case review of someone who's missing or endangered tonight. There also will not be any corrections. I did not add them to tonight's stream. You got mine. You got the notification after it started. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I never rely on when it says that someone's going live, even the notifications. Because I'm always watching other channels when they're going live, and it says going live at 4 o'clock, and then sometimes I click on it and I join like the chat room for it, like you guys are all here, and sometimes if when I click on it, it says timer in the corner will say starts in 5 minutes, and then it's been going live for like 20 minutes at that point, but it's still counting down from 5 minutes to like when it's supposed to be going live. And I'm like, why is it that way? And Joyce, you've never heard of Dr. Anthony Garcia? I set it to remind me when it starts, and it works for me. There you go. Yeah, I tell people just make a Post-it note or write it on your calendar. Get a tattoo on the back of your hand. If you do, send me a picture of that. But it's always at the same time every Saturday and every Sunday. Saturday morning live streams are always at 8 a.m. and the trivia on Sunday is always at 4. Does anybody know the latest on Duty Ron? No, I have not had an update. He hasn't texted me the last couple of days. So today was an ugly day for you, the 5th anniversary of your son's death. Oh, I'm so truly sorry about that, Sprinkled Donut. You all have a good night. You as well, Sprinkled Donut. And thank you for being here. You can always watch the rest of this trivia night and rewind afterwards. But bless your heart. And hope that you're able to find some peace, now 5 years from the anniversary of your son's death. My condolences to you and everyone as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from the break. All right, like I said, there is no corrections and stuff tonight. As you can see there, it's a blank screen. Question number 11 is now on your screen. I know Duty Ron is scared. I'd be scared too if I had to deal with cancer. But question number 11. What year did Dr. Anthony Garcia kill the second family? Was it A, 2010, B, 2011, C, 2012, or D, 2013, or E, other? Carol's going with D. We're losing people in this chat left and right now. Now we're down to 8. Oh well. We're all going to have fun while we're here. Black Shadow is going with C. Black Shadow, C or D? Which one? C or D? Oops, I forgot to put myself back in my little window. There I am. Question number 11 of 20. Gianna Marie is going with C. Scary time for him. It definitely is a scary time for him and for his family. What year did Dr. Anthony Garcia kill the second family? The Hunter family was first. What year did he kill the second family? This would be the Brumbacks. He has such a weird smile, that left picture, right? Where he's showing all teeth. like, ew. Let's face it, Dr. Anthony Garcia is one weird SOB. He is one weird SOB. Yes, please like the trivia. If you enjoy the trivia, please give it a thumbs up before you leave, or give it a thumbs down, whichever. If you don't like it, leave a comment and tell me why you don't like it and what I could do to make it better. All right, question number 11. The correct answer is D, as in dog. In 2013 is when he attacked and killed the Brumbacks. 2013. Question number 12. What department of the Cretan University was the next on Garcia's hit list? Was it A, public relations, B, electrical and maintenance, C, human resources, D, history department, or E, other? Question number 12 of 20. What department at the university was the next on his hit list? Pippa Dot going with D. Black Shadow going with C. So the one where he dressed as a banana. The comedy sketch where he dressed as a banana. Gianna Marie and Summit Shoes are both going with C. Carol Miller, C as well. I just read your comments, Mitch Shoes. His smile looks upside down, like one of those fish at the bottom of the ocean. Like a puffer fish. That smile that was on the left, it looked like a smile like a puffer fish. Carol Miller, Cement Shoes, Gianna Marie, and Black Shadow are all going with C. Question number 12 of 20. The correct answer is, in fact, C, as in cat. Human resources was next on his hit list. Question number 13. What type of weapon did Anthony use in all of the 2008 killings? It wasn't the only item used, but what weapon? Was it A, a knife, B, it was supposed to be gun, not grub, gun, C, a rope, D, an ice pick, or E, other? What type of weapon? And that, again, B is supposed to be gun, not grub. Yeah, right. In his trial, they're still baffled by a lot of that, because when he was in jail and in prison, Cement Shoes, he was just a normal, like run of the mill inmate, well mannered, walked around. He actually walked around the actual outside perimeter for exercise, and then he got to court, and he acted like he wasn't even there. It was just bizarre as hell. We got Black Shadow, Gianna Marie, and Carol, and Cement Shoes are all going with A, and Pippa Dot's going with C. Question number 13 of 20. And this picture that is there is him with his father, and he is holding up his diploma from medical school. It's the day he graduated from medical school. I'm going to break this microphone yet. C is probably wrong. Question number 13 of 20. The correct answer is A as in apple, a knife. He used a knife in all of the 2008 killings. Other items that he used was a necktie, a extension cord, and other items that he found in and around the house. There was like he used items to beat them, to torture them before he killed them. And they never were able to really prove conclusively one way or another. I'm speaking of law enforcement, but he may have beat at least Thomas Hunter, their son, after he was actually dead. But they were not able to prove it, and Garcia would never, admit to it or talk about it. Did you know that, like I said earlier, the signs were there that something was really wrong with Dr. Anthony Garcia in 2005? His friends tried and failed to get him mental health help. He would not accept it. He's like, no, I'll get over it. Don't worry. But they tried to get him help because they knew that there was something definitely wrong with him in 2005, a full 3 years before he ever put into motion his revenge upon those that he sought, revenge from. Question number 14. Why was Dr. Anthony Garcia so bent on seeking revenge and torturing and killing these families? Was it A, greed, B, he was fired, C, he was physically abused, D, he was mentally abused, or E, other? Question number 14 of 20. Why was Dr. Anthony Garcia so bent on seeking revenge and torturing and killing these families? Black Shadow, Gianna Marie are both going with B. Shirley was a wonderful lady and a grandmother. Submit Shoes is going with B as well. I must be way behind, says Pippadot. Question number 14 of 20. I say knife. It was knife. You are correct, Pippadot. Are you on live chat, Pippadot, or on top chat? Make sure you're on live chat. Yeah, closing out and coming back in can also help as well, as Cement Shoes just pointed out there. Leave the stream and then come back into the stream itself. Question number 14 of 20. Why was Dr. Anthony Garcia so bent on seeking revenge and torturing and killing these families? The correct answer is B as in boy, because he was fired. He was fired, so he took it upon himself and believed that these people did this to him on purpose. And he came up with multiple different reasons in his journal that he had written. You can't really call it a journal necessarily. It was a bunch of just random pieces of paper that he shoved inside of an old notebook about why he believed that these people in particular were needed to be, he needed to seek revenge upon them for him being fired. Crazy as hell as it is. All right, question number 15. During his trial for murder, his defense argued he was mentally ill and had what other issue that made him kill? Was it A, he was a sex addict, B, abused as a child and had PTSD from that, or C, alcoholism, or D, meth addiction, or E, other? Keep saying your old answers. Well, the last one I see here is yes, 14. Your last comment. Cement Shoes is going with C. My throat has been dry and horsey all day. Sorry for coughing so much. Question number 15 of 20. During his trial for murder, his defense argued he was mentally ill and had what other issue that made him kill? This is not a joke. That they believe, and they've tried to convince the jury that one of these is the reason why he also killed people and did these, these horrible things to these families because of one of these. Binge watch the Jersey Shore. E, consumed pineapple on pizza. Oh. Live chat. Make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. Odd as hell is that, I just checked it, the chat on my desktop, it still has not updated since 4:10. It was the last comment was by Gemma, and then the whole thing stopped. So I'm watching the actual chat on my phone while I do the rest of it on my desktop. I don't know why it stopped though. That's just odd as heck. Yum, pineapple on pizza. All right, question number 15 of 20. During his trial for murder, his defense actually argued that he was mentally ill and had what other issue that made him kill? The correct answer is C, as in cat. He was an alcoholic. Alcoholism. They said he killed because he was an alcoholic and he could not stop or control his urges to kill and seek revenge because he was an alcoholic and he was mentally ill. That was their defense for why he did what he did. I would have stuck with just the fact that he's mentally ill. Is there any need for anything else other than that? No wonder why he was after HR. All right. Question number 16. In what year was Dr. Anthony Garcia arrested and charged with murder? Was it A, 2020, B, 2019, or C, 2019, or D, 2013, or E, other? Question number 16 of 20. He wasn't a happy drunk. No. Cement Shoes is going with D. And what year was Dr. Anthony Garcia arrested and charged with murder? Black Shadow's going with D as well. As is Gianna Marie and Carol Miller. D. What Cement Shoe says in her P's. Dippa Dot's going with D. Question number 16 of 20. The correct answer is D, as in dog. In 2013, he was arrested and charged with murder. Did you know? Over the years from 2008 to 2011, Dr. Anthony Garcia wrote and published a total of 14 peer-reviewed papers in the subject matter of pathology. 14 peer-review articles and papers that he wrote. 14 between 2008 and 2011. In that 3-year span. That's a lot of papers, peer-review papers. All right, question number 17. Where was Dr. Anthony Garcia hiding out when he was arrested on murder charges? Was it A, Texas, B, Illinois, C, California, D, Oregon, or E, other? Looks like the guy who asked for $1 at the discount store parking lot. Question number 17 of 20. Where was Dr. Anthony Garcia hiding out when he was arrested on murder charges? So that she was going with B. So is Black Chateau. Carol is B as well. Gianna Marie, A. Disneyland. He was hiding out in Disneyland. You just killed an entire family. Where are you going next? I'm going to Disneyland. Question number 17 of 20. Where was Dr. Anthony Garcia hiding out when he was arrested on murder charges? The interviews will. Where was he hiding out when he was arrested on murder charges? The correct answer is B as in boy. Question number 17 is B as in boy. He was hiding out in the state of Illinois. Illinois. Question number 18. After the last group of murders, Anthony had planned on a date and a time to start killing the third set. How much later was it set for? Was it A, 5 years, B, 8 years, C, 4 years, D, 10 years, or E, other? And good evening, Kitty Coo. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm glad you could be here with us. Black Shadow is going with A. Kitty Coo apparently retracted her message. I don't know why. Something definitely wrong here. Cement Shoes is going with E. Question number 18 of 20. After the last group of murders, Anthony had planned on a date, a time to start killing the third set. How much later was it set for? Carol going with A. Kitty Coo, C, question mark. Gianna Marie, A. '18 of 20. Question number 18 of 20. Going with D. How much longer after the first last group was it then the third group set for? The correct answer is C as in cat. 4 years. 4 years and a month to be exact is when he planned on starting to kill the others who were working for the university that he wanted to seek revenge against for his firing. He got fired from a job, ladies and gentlemen, so he killed 4 people and planned to kill 3 more because he got fired. What? Most people just write like a nasty review online or do something like that, or curse them. You don't go kill people for it. But not Anthony Garcia. Question 19. Which police department, along with the FBI, were able to finally put an end to the madness? Was it A, the Nebraska State Patrol, B, the Iowa State Patrol, C, the Omaha Police Department, D, the Kansas Police Department, or E, other? Which police department, along with the FBI, were able to finally put an end to the madness? Oh, I thought he was arrested on the way to get revenge on people in Louisiana University for firing him when they found out his application. Question number 19 of 20. Black Shadow going with A. Cement Shoes is going with D. Carol, A. What law enforcement agency, along with the FBI, put an end to this? Cement Shoes is going with A. Cagney and Lacey. Yeah. Cagney and Lacey. I used to watch that back in the day. Cagney and Lacey and Hill Street Blues. See, then there was Moonlight, right? That's one with Bruce Willis. Was it Moonlight? Barney Miller. Cagney and Lacey. I know, old the reference. E, the Pinkerton. Pinkerton. That's funny. Lemon pie. There's a name. The Pinkerton, police. It's, it's a reference in case you got to look it up. Definitely going back in time to the Pinkertons. Barney Miller. I used to love watching. Was it on Barney Miller? There was fish on Barney Miller. Abe Lugosi was fish. Mork and Mindy. Nanu. Oh, question number 19. What police department, along with the FBI, were finally able to put an end to this madness? The correct answer is C, as in cat. The Omaha Police Department, along with the FBI, were finally able to put an end to this madness before he was ever able to put forth his killing, the third round of those who were still working for the university he wanted to seek revenge on. My Two Dads with Balky. Yeah, he does stand-up comedy. All right. Did you know in prison, Anthony walks around and is just a normal prisoner? When he goes to court, he acts like he can't walk or stay awake and isn't there. It's all an act, but no one knows why he's doing it. Even on his appeals have been denied, and he's gone to court as part of his appeals process. But no one knows why he's still doing it. Why is he acting like this in court? Nobody knows. I mean, if you had an award you could give out to somebody who's, sticking with the idea that he is, mentally ill and that he can't, aid in his own defense, he should get some kind of an award for it. Because even though that's never come up on appeals yet, that he is this person. It's like he goes in prison behind the walls of the prison. He is just a normal prisoner, and run of the mill, quiet, doesn't get into trouble, hasn't been an issue for any of the guards or anybody else. And then he goes to court and to the courthouse before they bring him in, and he just acts a completely different. Nobody knows why. Question number 20. What was found laying on the coffee table in the living room of Anthony's apartment after his arrest? Was it A, the names and addresses, a hit list? B, an application to become a dentist? C, an application to become a rock star? And I'll explain that one in just a second. Or D, a grocery list for torture items? Or E, other? In Rockstar here, that reference is Rockstar as in the energy drink, to be, a rock star with energy, the energy drink company. Not like a rock star like, hey, man, you can play a mean guitar. No, Rockstar as in the energy drink. But what was found on the coffee table in the living room of Anthony's apartment after his arrest? Pretty sure it was A, says Black Shadow. Samantha's going with A. Carol, A. Amazon, top 10. Kitty cute, A, question mark. Another, okay. E, nudes of the View host. Nude photos of the hosts of the View. I don't think I want to see those. What was found on the coffee table in the living room of his apartment after his arrest? Question number 20 of 20. Oh boy. Just remember. All right, question number 20 of 20. The correct answer is A as in apple. Names and addresses and a hit list of those who still work for the university, for Creighton University. Creighton, or whatever it is, the university. He had a hit list. He had their names and addresses for each and every person that he had planned to kill in round 3. Now, again, this is not like a diary per se, but it was multiple different kinds of paper that were just shoved into a 3-ring binder, like a spiral notebook kind of thing. And on one of them, he had the addresses and the names of individuals who lived at that address. Was he planning to go to those and kill just those people, or was he going to do the same thing as he did with the Brumbacks and the Hunters and annihilate the entire family? We know that there were 3 people who still worked for the university that he wanted to kill. and he had put forth a plan, because he had written out little notes here and there about the homes and how to get into each location. But he had made a hit list with their names and addresses. No, to answer the question, in case you're wondering, it is not been publicly released who the names were on that list. And that part of the actual file on this case, I tried to find it myself, and because I've spent close to a month and a half doing these questions. I tried to find out who those 3 people were, and I was not able to find out. It just says that it's sealed. All right. Again, this is optional. You do not have to give yourself a letter grade, but you'll notice that we changed how the grades are actually, an A is only 19 or 20. That's an A. B is 15 to 18. C is 10 to 14, correct. D is 2 to 9, or other, rock star status. Give yourself a letter grade is completely optional. Here we are only here for the education, for fun, and hang out with friends. Some people like to do this, and some people don't. Give themselves a letter grade on the trivia. Potato. No wonder he got caught. Remember, Dan Quayle couldn't spell potato. That's true. I remember that. Again, I'm reading your comments live on my phone because the chat on my desktop stopped at 4:10 and 6 seconds. Gemma was the last comment, and it just absolutely stopped. I have no idea why it's not working. Weird. But 20 is the maximum, number you could have gotten correct. The Gladiator movie was good. I believe I got 0 of the ones tried to answer seriously. LOL. I'm in a van down by the river category. Was good. Weird. Wait a minute. What the hell happened there? Oh, yeah, it didn't update. I don't know why the chat on my desktop stopped working, but it's still working on my phone. I've got to get my daughter in here to figure all this out. When it comes, you would think that I would be tech savvy enough to know how to operate all this stuff. I don't. I am an analog man living in a digital world, and that's the truth. I plug a program in, or to start a program, download it, and I expect it to work and be easy to use. If you make it difficult for me to understand or to use, I won't use it. But yeah, and next week hopefully I'll have all this working. You'll notice that the background on each and every one of the tonight's presentations were different. I'm in the process of updating it all. It's a slow process for me. Was good. Good. But don't forget to to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the trivia, or give it a thumbs down. A lot of people don't understand that you can give it a thumbs down. It doesn't do anything to me. All it is it shows that someone was live on the actual platform and clicked thumbs up or thumbs down as an interaction. That's all it is just an interaction. And that's not just me, it's every damn thing that's out there. If you don't like it and you give it a thumbs down, it's an interaction. It either a positive moves it up just a tiny little bit, or it moves it down just a little bit. So, but to counteract each other. But it's still an interaction. But I'm going to wrap up tonight's trivia there, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope that everyone has a great week ahead. And again, as Purple always says, who wasn't here tonight, unfortunately. You never know who's going to be standing next to you next, and you never know who's going to be knocking at your door. So I'm going to take off. I thank you everyone again for being here tonight for trivia, and I hope that you all have a terrific week ahead. Bye.